Now welcome to the transducer and the instrumentation virtual lab. Now we are moving towards the experiment number 6, that is study of weight measurement using strain gauge. Well, this is the whole setup of this experiment, where this is the graph where we will be getting the graph between the measured weight versus strain, and this is the graph where we will be getting the actual weight versus measured weight, and here we will be getting the strain, the measured weight, the voltage difference, and the Young modulus, and this is the percentage error. And this is the setup of the experiment, that is, this is the test specimen on which the strain gauge is being attached, and as the weight will be applied here at this hook, that test specimen will bend, and due to the change in the test specimen there will be a change in the strain gauge, that is, it will also bend, thus it will comprise of the stress, and due to that stress there will be a change in resistance, and that strain gauge is now connected with the Wheatstone bridge. So when there will be a change in the resistance of the strain gauge, you will see that there will be a change in the voltage output, and that voltage output gives out you the different weight measurements corresponding to the voltage. So now we are going to start the experiment. We will be starting this experiment through this run button. As I have told you earlier also that this run button is used for making your experiment in the run mode. Now as I click this run button, now I'm ready to perform my experiment. Now as you click this run button, you see that a pop-up menu comes in front of you that is showing you the actions of this experiment, that we are using the V external, that is a voltage source, that is Vs, as 12 volt, and these are the other specifications of this experiment. Now click this OK and start this experiment through the start button. Now as I will click the start button, you will see that there will be a change in two values, the measured weight, and this measured weight is the test specimen weight when the Young modulus is 66, and the material that what we have selected for the strain gauge is aluminium. Now through this knob we will be increasing the weight on it. Now suppose I will increase the weight. Suppose I make it to the 2 kg weight. As I click this 2 kg weight and I make it 2 kg through this knob, you will see that the weight of 2 kg comes and hung in this hook, and due to that weight, that test specimen bend somewhat, and due to this change, due to the bending of this test specimen, there will be a strain come in this strain gauge, and due to the strain there will be a change in the resistance, and that resistance comes here, and that will gives out the voltage output. Now corresponding to this voltage output at this condition, this is the voltage output, and this is the Young modulus, and this is the measured weight, that is 2.00243, and this is the strain, and this is the percentage error. And here we are understanding then how exactly the measured weight is being differing from the actual weight, at what ratio, and what is that value through which the measured weight is differs to the actual weight. And now we will again increase some weight on it. Suppose I make it to 4. So now you see that a more heavier weight has been hung there, and there will be a lot more stress in compared to the 2 kg weight, and again there will be a voltage signal output as we are getting here, and we will see that more strain comes on this, and the measured weight value also changes, that is 4.00243, and the percentage error has also been calculated. This was all for the aluminium. Now if you want to select some different material, then we can again select this different material from this drop down menu, and I select copper. Now as I selected the copper, you see that there will be a change in the strain, as well as there will be a change in the Young modulus, because this is the inherent property of the material. So some material stress a lot, and some material in comparison to some material it bends less, so they will change due to the material as we have selected. So as what, like aluminium, we are getting some different value, and for the copper we are again getting some different values. Now again, if I just increase some weight, now suppose I make it to the maximum, suppose I use the 7 kg weight, you will see that the more test specimen bends, and due to the bending of this test specimen there will be a bend in the strain gauge, and more stress is there, and that has been again calculated as the voltage difference between here, and this is the Young modulus, and see this is the percentage error, and this is the measured weight. You see that the measured weight is somewhat differing from the actual weight. So now again, if you select some different material through this drop down menu, now as I will select the some other material. Suppose I choose steel to be as the material. Now as I click this steel, we see that there is a difference between the strain. At the same 7 kg weight, we see that there will be a change in the strain also, there will be a change in the voltage output also, and there will be a change in the Young modulus also, and as per the percentage error also. Now again, if I choose some other material at the same weight, suppose magnesium is the material what we have used, so we see again there will be a change in strain and measured weight and Young modulus. So in this we will understand how exactly these weight measurement devices works like, and what is the principle behind these strain gauge. That due to the change in the stress, there will be a change in the length of the area, and since we know that the resistance is directly proportional to the length and is inversely proportional to the area, so due to that there will be a change in the resistance, and since this resistance is attached in a Wheatstone bridge, so we see that the voltage output across also changes as per any of these specification changes. So in this we understand how exactly that weight has been measured using that strain gauge. So I hope you would have understand this experiment. Now suppose if you don't understand this experiment, then you can go through the procedure. This is the procedure regarding this, and you can go through this procedure step by step, and you can follow this procedure, and you can perform the experiment as many time you want. And documentation part is also there. You can follow the documentation, you can read documentation the number of times, you can make your basics right. And I hope you would have understand the basics regarding the strain gauge, and well, queries are there, you can go through those questions and you can follow these questions, you can solve out those questions, you can do the experiment, you can perform the experiment, everything you can do it, and you can make all your basics and all your doubts clear regarding the strain gauge. And in the last, I'd like to conclude by saying that a very thanks to all of you who have listened this audio tutorial and gone through this audio tutorial, and I hope you would understand each and everything you gone through this experiment and go through this audio tutorial. Thanks once again.